Are you struggling to get your kids to eat healthy foods? I'm Faith with Faithful Plateful. I have 3 young children and I am in the thick of it. I know how hard it can be, but I've got 10 easy hacks to help your kids eat healthier. I eat a whole food, plant-based diet, but these hacks will help anyone eating any diet to get more nutrients in per calorie. Hack number 1, harness the power of mindless eating. When your kids are distracted, like watching a movie or reading books, hand them some fruits and vegetables to munch on. It's always best to eat mindfully, but honestly, when they're distracted, they're going to be asking for more and more. Hack number 2, use positive peer pressure. I had this idea like a light bulb a couple years ago while we were eating broccoli at dinner, and I said, who wants to be in the broccoli club? And to be in the club, you have to put broccoli in your mouth right then, so we're all eating it at the same time. And it's worked ever since. No one wants to be left out. Everyone wants to be in the club. Hack number 3, sip. I can fit so much nutrition into a smoothie. I love to make smoothies for my kids that are just packed with greens and hemp seeds, soy milk for protein. I especially love these smoothie cups with lids because they don't spill, and also they can't see how green it is. And I do say that half joking because I really don't like to be sneaky with my kids. It's totally fine if they see the color. Sometimes smoothies with a lot of blueberries and greens and stuff won't look that appealing, and I just hope they will try it. But I'm not one to like sneak stuff in. I tell my kids there's greens in it, or there's chickpeas in that, or there's lentils, or I'm not a sneaky chef. Hack number 4, dip. I have so many delicious dips in my cookbook, Plant-Based Cooking for Kids. My kids especially love the Yummist hummus for veggies. We also love to make peanut butter pumpkin dip, a special ranch dip, chocolate hummus. I also like to use these little containers if we ever pack a lunch to put a little container of like ranch or hummus for dipping vegetables in. Who doesn't love a little more flavor and something to dip in? Hack number 5, explain health benefits. You'll be surprised how effective this is. Tell them how orange foods will help their eyes, and they're going to be pounding sweet potatoes and carrots and oranges just to see if their night vision gets better. Tell them that nuts and seeds have vitamin E in them, which will help their hair and skin be healthier. Tell them that red foods are good for their heart. Don't make it a secret of why you want them to eat fruit and not fruit snacks. Just tell them. They want to be in the know. Hack number 6 is have good conversation at meals. Not every meal is going to be mind-blowingly delicious, so make part of the appeal the conversation. My kids eat better when we're having a good conversation. We like to ask our kids, what was your high and low today? Or what was your sweet, sour, and service? We're all so much happier when we're focusing on connection and not just the food or saying, you have to eat your dinner.
My eye was working off and off of charity.
That was fun, huh? What was your low?
Hack number 7 is to make nutritious treats. A spoonful of sugar, or dates or bananas or maple syrup, helps the medicine go down, right? You can fit a lot of key nutrients into your kids via homemade treats, such as omega-3s and really essential proteins and fatty acids from seeds. We use whole food sweeteners as much as we can, like dates and bananas. One treat my kids really like are these shamrock shakes in my cookbook. They're peppermint chocolate chip shakes that are green from spinach and creamy and sweet from the bananas. I've also been known to put a lot of chickpeas into my chocolate chip cookies and bars. I can also fit 2 cups of vegetables into this batch of chocolate cupcakes that are so yummy. You might as well. Hack number 8 is to print out the daily dozen list. It's a list of foods we should all be eating every day according to science to be our healthiest. It's best to not focus on what foods to avoid so much, but focus on what foods to eat, what foods to add. And it gives us kind of a dopamine hit to check them off and to see the good credit we're getting. So just go through the list with your kids after they eat a meal and be like, oh, you had peanut butter toast. That's a check for a whole grain, a check for nuts and seeds, and a check for fruit. You can also use this little chore chart and put the the foods in there and then go through, like, oh, you've had these foods today. What do you still need to get? And it helps them get a wide variety. So you're having hummus, which is beans. You can check that off. And you had grapes, which is a fruit. And carrots is a vegetable. And you had whole grains at breakfast and lunch, so you can do 2 of those. Have you drunk any water today?
Yeah.
So you can mark off some water. And then your ballet was exercise. Hack number 9, do not buy the foods you do not want your kids to eat. This is my number 1 secret to a healthy lifestyle. There are no other options in my house besides the healthy ones. We get plenty of special occasion foods, sugary, processed foods outside the house, so you will not find them here. You have to make everything. This is the most convenient food I have in the house. Simply do not buy the foods you do not want your kids to eat. So much easier. Hack number 10, let them choose as much as possible. There is a division of responsibility in which the parent is responsible for choosing what, when, and where you eat, where the child gets to decide if and how much they eat. So if you prepare a meal with rice, vegetables, tofu, and oranges, and your kid only eats oranges, let it be. Maybe later on in the evening you offer them another snack of your choosing that's more hearty. But the more you let them choose, the better your relationship will be with them and their relationship with food, and they'll grow to eat better. Remember, it takes a long time to develop good eating habits, so just be patient and persistent. If you found these hacks helpful, you will love my cookbook, Plant-Based Cooking for Kids, which has even more of my hacks, but mostly really fun, nutritious recipes. Thanks so much for watching. I had the distinct impression once while handing my child yet another plate of food that what I was doing was very holy work. It can be very mundane to do it over and over, to cook and clean, but know that there is so much more value to what you're doing than what it appears to have, and your efforts are not in vain.